So, it's that time of year again. Halloween's nearly here. And I thought to stay in the festive feel of things, I'd do something very scary. So I'm having a coffee out at wife's cup. Hopefully she doesn't see. If she does, I don't know what load schedule's going to go. We'll find out. But it's scary for me. Halloween is loud and colourful and ridiculously commercial. Every store, movie and video game wants a piece of it. And honestly, I don't blame them. If you're a gamer, you're probably aware of all of the hundreds of different Halloween events that happen at this time. Kids run around dressed as superheroes, witches, ghosts, racing door to door for candy. Social media gets flooded with costume photos and haunted house reels. But beneath all the fun and sugar crashes, there's an even older story hiding. A story about fire, spirits, and a night when the living and the dead come very close to meeting. So to understand how we get there, we've got to go back, way back, over 2,000 years ago, to the Celtic festival of Samhain, which doesn't sound anything like it's spelled. It's actually pronounced so-in, but make it make sense. Now, this word literally means summer's end. It marks the end of harvest season and the beginning of the winter period, the dark half of the year. Now, on this night, the Celts believed that the veil between our world and the spirit world was at its thinnest. The dead could cross over, and so could other things. So, to protect themselves, people lit massive bonfires on hillsides, wore animal skins to confuse wandering spirits, and they also left out food to keep them happy. Some even tried to see the future by staring into the flames or pools of water. Now, this wasn't the festive party season that we have today. It was pure survival, a night to honour the dead and hope you didn't join them too soon. And that's when Christianity arrived, because Christianity likes to rebrand things, and like most great traditions, so-in was too popular to just delete. So the church did what the church did best, and they just rebranded it. So in 609, Pope Boniface IV created All Saints' Day, and that's a time to honour all of the Christian martyrs. But by the 9th century, Pope Gregory III moved it to November the 1st. So that means that October the 31st, Hallows Eve, which is the night before the Day of the Saints, eventually that name kind of got squished together into something that we all now recognise as Halloween. Hallows Eve, Halloween. So, yeah, when you celebrate Halloween, technically, you're celebrating the night before a Christian holy day. But deep down, it still beats with pagan origins. But even with the church's makeover, the old ways never really died. So-in just adapted. In Ireland, people carved scary faces into turnips to keep the spirits away. When Irish immigrants brought the tradition to America, they found pumpkins easier to carve, bigger, and way better looking in photos, in my opinion. That's when masks and costumes once worn to hide from spirits turned into the playful disguises we know today. Ghost stories stayed alive too, whispers of the old spirits still roaming in the night. But even as the world modernized, that ancient sense of magic never fully went away. Now, another comparison that we can make is trick-or-treating, that actually mirrors a lot of the old Celtic offerings, food left out for the wandering dead. Dressing up, that's just our modern version of hiding from spirits. And those glowing pumpkins, they still serve the same purpose, a protection. At its core, Halloween carries the old Celtic belief that for one night, the veil between the worlds grows thin. The dead, the fae, the things from old myth, they all walk a little closer. Some even wear Pikachu costumes now. Don't look so bad, does it? I don't know what it is. I ain't added any editing yet. But hopefully I find a nice photo. But today, it's all about the frights. Halloween is our one night to laugh in the face of danger and the things that scare us, and to play with the dead. Just a little bit anyway. And maybe feel that the dead are still watching us. Oh. Did I get you? If you jumped, you got to put it in comments that you jumped. I probably didn't. I tried. Now, of course, with all things fun, there's a lot of people who don't like fun. So, people go after it. And one of the first occasions this happened was in the late 20th century. The satanic panic hit quite hard, especially in the US and Europe. Suddenly, costumes, candy, and decorations were blamed for summoning actual demons. Churches warned parents that if your kid dresses up as a Hulk and asks for candy, their soul is doomed. Or something like that. I'm not on those lines. And I know this one personally because I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. My story on that is up here. And they banned Halloween. Now, we had signs outside of the door that said, "We do not celebrate Halloween." Or my parents did, at least. No porch light, no candy, no decorations. But people still knocked. And that's because people thought that the sign said, "Please take one," or something like that. And anyone who's been trick-or-treating, because I got 2 kids and I take them trick-or-treating every year, everyone knows if the lights are off and there's no decorations up, you kind of skip that house. But when you keep the porch lights on so they can read the sign that says that they're not celebrating, a bit counterintuitive. But how do they know that you don't celebrate if you don't tell them you don't celebrate? It's really weird. But the Jehovah's Witnesses are not alone in this. Catholics once discouraged fortune-telling and costumes. Orthodox Christians avoided the whole thing. Even some modern Protestant groups still call it a night of darkness. Across the centuries, Halloween has been celebrated, feared, banned, and misunderstood. Always walking that fine line between joy and dread. And maybe that's exactly why Halloween endures. From ancient bonfires to glowing pumpkins, from sacred rituals to sugar-fueled chaos. It's the one night where we all flirt with shadows just a little bit. So next time you're out there with candy in hand and a costume on your back, remember the veil is a little thinner that night, and the old magic never really left. So if you liked this video, I'd like to promote another video to you. Let me try and sell it to you. So you travel back to the 1500s, and a lot of people think like, oh, if I was in the 1500s, if I could time travel back, I'd go back. We've picked the 1500s for this. There's no choice. You don't get to choose on this one. And they become a millionaire rich and all this lot. Now, what I've done is I've gone back into the culture, the customs, and the expectations that put on you. And I give you a little guide how to survive in Europe in the 1500s. So there's a video up there for you to watch. And quite an adventure. I really enjoyed making that one. But it seems I'm out of coffee and we're out of time for this one. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next episode. And tell me in the comments, what are you dressing up as on Halloween? I'm still deciding. I haven't quite decided yet. I did pick this mask, this one here. Oh, look how cool that looks, right? But then the kids said it's too scary. And the wife said it's too scary. So I don't know. Maybe Dracula. I don't know. Would you reckon I'd look good as Halloween? Let me know. If you managed to do it before Halloween, then I'll put some photos up on Threads or something, or as a post. I'm going to show how it goes. Anyway, I'm taking up a lot of your time. Thank you very much for watching today. Take care, and I'll catch you next week on the next one.